Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is King Kaiser, and, well, I'm just going to put this bluntly. I haven't had the best of luck in the past few weeks. So, for those of you who don't know, I have been working on a project for my secondary channel that I really want to focus as the main channel from here on out. So, for those of you who haven't checked it out, make sure to go check out the ASG channel. I'll put a link in for that in the description. You might be wondering why there is no editing, there is no jump cutting or anything like that, and well, that's the second thing that I want to talk to you about. So when I quit my job officially back in April, I saved up a good amount of money so that I could pay everything off and be able to stay away from having a job for a bit, just so I could focus on my YouTube channel. That didn't quite pan out. A lot of things happened. I got really a lot of moving had to take place, and depression was hitting hard. So finding time to do stuff and finding the drive to do things was horrible. Plus, I was being caught up in all of my big dreams and hopes that I wanted to fulfill within the next year. One of them being that I wanted to go move to California, and that was literally a good month of my life. That was when I was still working at Burger King, but that was a good month of my life that I was planning on doing, and things got changed when I moved over to the second apartment for my because of my parents. They wanted to move me over there, and my brother came over, and now I just really want to try and fix this place up, get it all fixed up for when I do leave. They'll have a second functioning part of it, and they could like rent it out or anything, just do whatever they need to. That's really all that I'm here for. That's all that's keeping me here. So now I have to sort of find a job to stay here. But I had a good $500, $600 saved up. Actually, I had $900 at one point. $900 that I saved up from my work that I was going to use on that. And a good 400, more on the 300 side of that, actually went towards eating out. I did a lot of eating out, especially when I moved over to the apartment that I'm currently in. That was because I had a lot more freedom and I could order food whenever I wanted. So, of course, I used that right to my fullest. And now I'm here broke. But I only had $300 in that. The other $500 I used to help my parents out with bills and so on and so forth. So I'm flat out broke. I have zero money to my name. The money that I do have is some of the money that my parents owed me. They're giving back to me. And know that when I say this, I have told them on many occasions that the money that I gave them, they can quite easily say is theirs. They don't want to give me back any, and I'd be perfectly fine with it. I am 100% fine with them taking that money and running with it. But the way that my parents work is that they will not let me do that. They will never, ever let me do that, because they believe that I should be making money for myself and not making money for them. And although I do love that, and I could start using money on myself, and they've said that they will only charge me when I have a steady flow of income, so I'm living here for free basically. I kind of feel bad because of that, and that's why I just wanted to give them the money that they owe me, quote unquote. I'm using air quotes. So yeah, that's just been a whole big debacle that's been going on, and it's really nothing. I guess, like, it just hit me pretty hard, because this sort of thing happened last time, but I didn't really prepare for it. I only had like $400 saved up, and then I went another 3-4 months without, without really paying. No, without gaining any money. I didn't have anybody owe me any money, so it just, to save up a bit more and to actually plan this out a few months in advance, it sort of hit me hard knowing that even though I did save up quite a bit of money, it ended up going exactly the same way that the last one did, and not even that much time more. In fact, less time, because I quit around the same time. I actually quit a month earlier, but I didn't even... I'm going back a month earlier, too, so, that's a month earlier, even with the early month in, so that's... I had so much less time. Like, last time I went for a good 4 months. It was from May to September. No, it was actually November. It was May to November. And I remember that because Adobe was actually really nice, and they gave me an extension on my Premiere license when I ran out of cash. But I ran out of cash a good month in. And I've just been sort of waiting for everything to start shutting down, and it started to do so. The bank has gotten a lot angrier with me. I turned off overdraft. I talked with the person because I had a whole debacle over that during the beginning of the year, where I had like $400 that I owed them, so I had to basically pay them my entire check for the next few weeks. And I talked to the lady, and she's like, you know what, we're just going to turn off overdrafts so you don't have to worry about us charging you over what your minimum balance is. And now it's starting to go into the negative again. It's not as much. It's actually very, very much so less. However, it still kind of sucks that I turn on my bank information and... well, I don't have a positive number. That just hurts me. I'm fine, though. I feel like I shouldn't be upset. I really am not upset at all. I did this to myself. I should have just kept with the job or looked for another job while working, and I understand that now, but at the time I thought it was so impossible to switch jobs during while I was in my job, because I didn't want to seem like a dick, and even when I would just put aside all of my I don't I don't care, like, I didn't really have the motivation or drive to do so. I guess I was complacent in my the horrible atmosphere that I was in, and I did not like working at my old job at all towards the end of it. And I know everybody does, but I'm very much so emotionally incapable of handling that, I guess. I really should just grow some tough skin, but I'm really soft when it comes to stuff like that, and I get angry real fast, Not a people person, and that job required a lot of people pleasing. So, yeah, that's... I'm to be honest, I'm just glad that I got out of there. I'm glad that I'm gone, but now I have to deal with the consequences. That means that I can't edit anything. That means I can't really do anything, and I'm not going back to like pirating different softwares. I'm not going to be that sort of person, because if I want to get software, if I want to do videos with higher quality, then I'm going to have to get a job. I know that. I wanted to, when I first quit, I wanted to try to get to a point within those few months, because I thought, $900, it'll probably last me like 6-7 months. I could probably start making my YouTube career pan out in that much time. Like, start getting to a point where I can get a nice, decent amount of followings. I'll start up a Patreon, and perhaps I can get away with like $100 a month or something like that. Again, I'm pretty much living here for free, and I'll help out my parents whatever needed. But I kind of knew on the inside that wasn't going to happen. I knew that I was going to have to get a job at some point, and that point seems to be now. You know, I'm starting to really exhaust my options. YouTube hasn't really panned out. I had a big old plan when one of my friends came down, and now he's gone, and, you know, we didn't really do anything. I guess everything just sort of fell out from underneath my feet, and I didn't plan for it, so I guess I'm just going to have to go back to work, and I'm going to have to continue working at a new place because I'm not going back to the old place. Other than that, I have a few things that I want to do that I want to do on this channel. I just really haven't worked those things out, and of course I don't have any like programs that I could use. I don't have Photoshop, I don't have Premiere, I don't have After Effects, I don't have any of these, so I am quite literally in the dark on this. I have no editing programs. The only thing that I have is OBS, which thank God that's free, because if I had to pay for like Camtasia, like a monthly thing, I don't even think they charge monthly. I think it's just a flat out price, but if I had to pay for a recording program, I'd probably hate myself. That would suck. Thank God OBS exists. But like, yeah, I guess that's about as much as I can say at the moment. It sucks that I'm going to have to say this, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to do YouTube for a while. At least not until I can get back on my feet. Not until I can like really get my bearings with this new job and focus my time schedule around that. I have a lot of cool things that are going to be coming up. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if I said this on the channel, but I did buy 2 tickets to the All In show in Chicago. Very, very, very excited to go see that. One of the 10,000 tickets that sold, 2 of the 10,000 tickets that sold out in 30 minutes. We wanted ringside seats because I did have enough money for that at the time, but we weren't able to get it. We were only able to get like some of the very far back seats, and it wasn't like we weren't trying or like we joined in late. Again, this sold out in 30 minutes. As soon as it hit 4 o'clock, which I believe that's when the tickets went on sale, we were about to buy the tickets, but the site crashed. Like immediately it crashed. So we were sitting there waiting for a good 15 minutes until my friend that came down here and hung out with me actually got a hold of the tickets and was able to buy them. And we got the 2 tickets, and now we're just trying to save up, both of us respectively, trying to save up for our trip to Chicago. We're going to be visiting September 1st. So if any of you guys are going to be in Chicago September 1st and you want to meet up with me or you want to meet up with him, I know this is a very niche community, but we'll definitely be able to say hi. Don't think of us as YouTubers. Don't try to take pictures with us. We're perfectly fine with just hanging out. You know, I have a feeling that nobody's going to be showing up anyway, so yeah, wrestling fans and fans of me alike. I guess we'll see you there. But until then, I'll give it like a month or so, maybe a little over a month. But I'm going to be basically trying to settle into my role, my position here. I have 2 months till All In, so I really need to get the money now so I can afford the hotel room and so on and so forth. My friend's going to be getting the train ticket, so I'm not going to have to worry about that. I'm just going to have to worry about getting hotel rooms and so on and so forth, and we're going to be splitting it half and half. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm pushing this really long. I don't mean to. I just like to ramble a lot. TLDR, I don't have any money. I'm pretty much broke. I didn't have any videos planned. I've been focusing a lot on my second channel, and I really thought that this was going to go a lot better than it actually has. I don't have any editing equipment, so I'm going to have to like literally If I do a video, it's going to have to be unedited for a little bit. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah. Goodbye. For a while. For a while. About a month and a half. Probably a month. Maybe over a month. I might do a few vlogs extra that are unedited, but other than that, I'll see you later. Where's that fucking mouse?